something really interesting.
Yes, we've got a source talking about a specific event, WATSU Day, held at the Seoul Community Rehabilitation Center.
That's right, the Seoul Community Rehabilitation Center. And through this event, we get a great look at WATSU therapy itself.
The idea is to unpack this for you, explore this, well, unique way of approaching rehabilitation and wellness.
And we have some firsthand accounts from people who were actually there, which is always valuable.
Definitely. It gives you a real sense of the experience, not just the theory. What really jumps out is how vividly participants described it.
Absolutely. Let's start with one participant, Hong Yan-hee. She described her first time trying WATSU.
하고 저기 천당에 가는 것 같아요. 편안해가지고 공중에 뜬 것 같이 그렇게 돼 있어요.
Well, she said it felt like she went to heaven.
Wow, that's strong.
Isn't it? She talked about this feeling of floating without any effort and, maybe most importantly, a recovery of sensation. That phrase really caught my attention. Recovery of sensation.
Yeah, that's significant. You know, when you think about it, the warm water, the gentle support, it's a very different sensory environment.
So what's happening there, physiologically?
Well, the warmth, around 34, 35 degrees Celsius, combined with the therapist's movements, can really stimulate the nerves in your skin and muscles, the mechanoreceptors.
Okay.
And in that sort of buoyant, low-gravity state for someone maybe dealing with limited sensation, it could help re-engage those nerve pathways. It's like waking up the body's awareness of itself.
So it's more than just relaxation, it's potentially about reconnecting mind and body.
Exactly. It's about that deeper physical perception. She also mentioned it relieved tension and calmed her mind.
Which leads us to the therapy itself, WATSU. The name gives a clue, right?
It does. It's literally water and shiatsu.
Ah, okay. So how does it work in practice?
Essentially, a trained therapist supports you completely in the water. It's very warm, as we said.
Right, 34, 35 degrees.
And they guide you through these very gentle rhythmic movements, stretches, twists, cradling. It's all designed to release muscle tension, improve how your joints move, and create a real sense of psychological calm.
It sounds incredibly gentle but effective. Where did this idea even come from?
It actually started back in the late 1970s. A guy named Harold Dole in the US.
70s, okay.
Yeah, he took principles from Shiatsu and figured out how to apply them in warm water, harnessing the water's properties. Now, it's used all over rehab, mental health, even just general wellness.
So back to this specific WATSU Day event at the Seoul Center. What was the occasion?
Right, so this happened on May 10th. It was held at their Aquatic Rehabilitation Center, which used to be called the Seoul Sujung Jaehoon Center.
Got it.
And it was linked to the 2025 World WATSU Week. That's an international thing organized by WABA, the Worldwide Aquatic Bodywork Association.
So connecting local practice with a global movement.
Exactly. They usually hold it around World Water Day in March, but the center did theirs in May, probably just down to scheduling their own circumstances.
And who took part?
There were 23 participants, a mix of people with disabilities, and also some middle-aged and older individuals.
Okay, and the therapists.
This is quite impressive. Over 30 professionals were involved,
Yeah.
all holding at least the WATSU certification. They volunteered to give these one-on-one sessions about 30 minutes each.
Wow, 30 professionals for 23 people. That's a great ratio. Shows real commitment.
It really does. High level of expertise available there.
We heard Hong Yan-hee's powerful description. Were there other participant reactions noted?
Yes, definitely. Someone named Kim Eun-ho commented on how his muscles felt softer afterwards, and he specifically liked the water temperature. Seems like a small detail, but comfort is key.
Sure, it all adds up.
And Hyun No-woo mentioned feeling emotionally calm in the water, so you see that mental wellness aspect coming through again.
That's interesting.
Then there was Choi Mi-hee. She's apparently used the center for 15 years.
Oh, wow. Long-term user.
Yeah, and she talked about feeling really stable, trusting her body to the water and the therapist. She even called herself a WATSU evangelist.
An evangelist. That's quite the endorsement, especially from someone with that much experience at the center.
It certainly suggests it's had a lasting positive impact for her.
And this center, the Seoul Community Rehabilitation Center, they're not new to this, are they?
Not at all. Their Aquatic Rehabilitation Center actually opened way back in 1997.
97. So they've been doing this for quite a while.
Over 25 years. They've been consistently developing specific aquatic programs for different needs, always looking at international techniques and bringing them in.
So WATSU isn't the only thing they do in the water.
No, they offer other well-known methods too, like Aichi, Halliwick, Bad Regaz. They seem quite comprehensive. And they focus on training therapists too, keeping the quality high.
It really sounds like a leader in the field in Korea. What about the center's leadership? What's their perspective?
The director, Choi Mi-young, she expressed this hope
Yeah.
that WATSU helps people find a kind of freedom in the water.
That's a nice way to put it.
Yeah. And she also talked about the center's commitment to, leading the way in water rehab exercise in Korea, doing it professionally and responsibly. It's about advancing the field, not just offering the service.
So pulling it all together, this WATSU Day, the center's history, the participant feedback, what's the bigger picture here? What's the main takeaway for us, for you listening?
Well, I think it really highlights a couple of things. First, the deep expertise this center has built up over decades. It's not just a fad.
Right.
Second, it serves as a kind of affirmation about the health rights of people with disabilities, ensuring access to these kinds of beneficial therapies.
Okay, that's important.
And maybe most brightly, it just showcases the potential of these integrated approaches. WATSU isn't just about muscles or just about the mind, it's hitting both. This event was a real-world demonstration of that, more than just letting people try something.
So a powerful example of holistic rehabilitation in action.
Precisely. This deep dive really shows WATSU, as experienced at the Seoul Community Rehabilitation Center's Aquatic Rehabilitation Center, offers this unique blend of physical release and emotional calm in the water.
A unique experience, definitely.
And maybe it prompts a question for you listening. Could looking into therapies like WATSU, maybe things you haven't considered before, unlock new avenues for your own well-being or recovery?
That's a great question to leave people with. If this has sparked your interest, you could certainly look up the Seoul Community Rehabilitation Center again. That's Seoul Community Rehabilitation Center. Or just search for WATSU Therapy to learn more about the practice itself.
It's definitely worth exploring.
Thanks for diving deep with us today.